So Cooking.com lifecycle messaging, fairly new for us. Real basic welcome email, HTML or text-only order confirmation, shipping emails, etc. So this was our first move into lifecycle messaging. But at first, Cooking.com, who are we? We basically provide solutions for Food Network Store, Calphalon Store, RaceRaceStore.com, Paula Deen, chefs, media companies, consumer brands. We do the end-to-end e-commerce solution for them. Three main things out of this I hope you'll take away. Basically, we sought to engage new members, welcome them aboard through a series, a welcome series, convert existing members, which is the abandoned cart series, remind them what they left in their cart, use that as a way to show them other products, and then what the next steps are for us, which is to get more relevant content to our existing members and use the data that we have to engage our existing members. So this is kind of a very colorful chart of how we view lifecycle messaging. Get them into the file, and once they're in the database, use the onboarding series to activate them. As they're moving down through the conversion funnel, follow up with them through the email. And then the steps that we're really just kind of getting into it, which is the retention, more relevant content, and re-engaging them to increase the lifetime value. So part one, engage new members. A couple key metrics here, opens and clicks for us. Looking to increase both of those. And so we, like I mentioned before, we had a single welcome email. We replaced it with 3 email series. First one out on day 0 when they sign up or enter a sweepstakes. And then on day 4 and again on day 8. So specifically, the welcome series, the first email, a basic welcome email. When I get to the results, you'll actually see, just by giving this more time, we kind of had a real basic postcard of, welcome, thanks for joining, kind of just a basic email. And we took this and put some more content into it, put things that were really specific to the store. So in this instance, this example's Food Network. It has a special cookware set, but it may just as easily have a chef. Something like with Rachel Ray, you have Rachel's Faves, Paula's Kitchen, those kinds of things. Wow, that came out really, really small. Let me move on to the next one, see if it's closer. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you sent the first email out. You see if they're going to respond or what their response is. Based on that, if they've clicked the email, what did they click? And then send an email based on what they clicked. It's pretty straightforward, right? So in this instance, we're going to say that they clicked on Rachel Ray. They have an affinity with that talent. The second email that we're going to send out has some specific product. You see her new green fennel stoneware is featured there, along with there's a relevant promotion going on right now, so that's included as well. And then the other piece that was really key was to include just a basic survey, kind of a fun survey, and a promotion that goes along with that. So tell us what kind of cook you think you are, or what kind of a kitchen person. Are you a gadget geek? Are you a baker? Are you just kind of an everyday person? Are you the guy that's standing out by the grill on Sunday? So we got that information. And then we're going to wait another 4 days, see what was checked, and again send an email based on specifically what they clicked. So we've given some more additional customized content and products based on what they how they answered the survey. In this instance, assuming that they cooked every day, then we're going to show them some real basic everyday pans. So that's the welcome series, Engage. Really good results. We've run it for about a half a year. We've seen open rate increase by 38% and clicks by 59%. And based on that performance, kind of looking at the year ahead, it looks like about 265% sales increase from these welcome emails. The really exciting thing is about half of that is generated by the second and third email. So we got the first one, it went well. We looked and said, let's look at another series. Abandoned cart made the most sense. Can we convert people that leave product in the cart? Do another series, and I'm not going to go through quite as much of the detail for this one, but we had a real base. The first one goes out the same day that they leave the cart. Just a basic complete your order kind of a messaging. If they don't respond to that, then the next day we send it again and say your cart's still waiting, but also throw in 3 relevant products along with that. And then the day 4 email goes out, and that's where we're going to give them some kind of an offer, 10% off, or free shipping, that kind of a thing that we're working with and testing. And we're limiting that, putting business rules in so that we're not creating customers who are always going to the cart and leaving something in the cart just so that they can get the special offer. So this one's doing pretty well so far. This has been live about 3 months, great conversion improvement. And again, almost half of the revenue is being generated by the second and third emails. And then I threw in here also just an additional learning. We started looking at cart save for later functionality out of this, and added that into our cart, which for us was a really big deal. Just because we had this email and we could actually market to people who were saving their cart. Saving items in their cart specifically. We did that, and I don't have the results on that one yet. So next steps for us, retain and re-engage existing members. Stop losing people out of the file, of course. The attrition rates are definitely a big concern, and then increase the lifetime value. So retain existing members, you hear it every one of these conferences, get more relevant with the content and the products that you're showing your customer. You can see the first graph there, we've been really big on broadcast. And so that this whole program is moving towards getting away from that. And by 2015 to really be at about a 25% automated and a 10% targeted, and get the broadcast down to a much lower and reasonable 65%. And then the other next step for us, re-engage based on customer data. We've definitely seen, we have low return rates in cookware, and it's fairly typical that someone buys a cookware set and it's a 7-year lifespan. So that's kind of the battle that we're fighting, is to try to get them to buy something else, to move them. If they bought a cookware set, move them over to a stand mixer. If they bought a stand mixer, then move them over to a coffee machine, that kind of a thing. So the first step for us was get the right tools. We use Omniture for our analytics, and recently implemented Adobe Genesis along with the data warehouse to be able to, really just have daily data on what people are looking at on the site, what they've purchased, what did they leave, and start to build up that customer profile so that we can target based off of that. Castora, probably not as well known, but that basically takes your data, it takes all the data you have for your customers and spits it out and says, it uses algorithms and creates these clusters that say, people who buy an everyday pan are most likely to also buy a Dutch oven, that kind of data. And then really it highlights where your highest LTVs are at based on the product categories. Strongmail, we've been using them for a few years with email, but really the key was that the integration with Genesis allows us to now take action based off of the data, just to shoot an email out to people automatically. And I know the ladies before were talking about small email teams, and ours is one person, so anything that we can automate is a big win for us. Certona was the last piece, another one of our sponsors. We've just started, we've used them on the site, seen incredible results, and just started to integrate them into the emails that we're sending out, so they're using their algorithms to show relevant product. Kept it to one bullet point because everyone's talking about it. You're going to hear about it all week. Regular testing and analysis to improve. You can't do enough of that. The A/B testing, the creative testing, the time of send testing, all of that. And then for us, continuing to expand the LCM program. So we've got a rewards program. Create a monthly reminder. You've got so many points in your rewards program. Re-engage people who haven't opened or haven't bought in the past 6 months. Introduce, send out emails when new products come out specific to a chef or a brand that they have already shown an affinity to. And then we have recurring delivery programs, so sending out reminders about that as well. Last one real quick. This is, you know, the end of the road, or not the end of the road, but the point that we kind of aspire to, I guess, is to actually be able to retarget people based on what they're doing on the site. You know, we've gotten it to the point of the email. Now we just want to be able to take them while they're on the site. They're looking at a special. They leave the site. You can use retargeter, or we can actually use use the knowledge that we have about them to serve relevant emails to them. So just wrap up: engage new members with the welcome series, convert existing members, and remind them what they left behind, and next steps: give existing members relevant content and re-engage existing members.